How are you?
Girl, I am doing fine. I saw your smile look sweet first thing in the
My
morning.
girl, my girl, my girl. You know it already. Jeez, sir. You know what? It's funny you said that. I remember when I was younger, and because I was so shy, me hear the question, I never know how to answer the question. I would just smile and nod, just because I know my smile would just make them forget about what was going on. But anyways.
Your smile just radiates in the morning. Boy, I tell you, it's like a morning rise.
I am. So listen, everyone, welcome back to Donna and Nat's Timeless Moments.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beautiful.
beautiful. So you know what? As usual, our topic is not even planned. It's whatever we throw up and drop them on the ground. That's what we're gonna talk about. Right. So before
Sounds
we even start
good.
recording, Nathan and I was talking about how at this age, based on how our parents were, we thought we'd be walking with a cane. A lie?
Uh-huh. I know. Can you imagine? Like, I'm almost 57, and I'm thinking to myself, back then, someone who was 57, I was like, holy moly, they were so old comparing to us.
Right?
And here
Right?
we are. And do you realize I don't even feel that way?
But
Like,
that's the thing, though, right? And
yeah,
this is, and not that no, it makes sense why this is called timeless moments.
so
It's
true.
things like this because over the weekend, for example, I was lying down and I remember, and I'm just start laughing. I was like maybe 12 years old in Jamaica, and it just feel like yesterday. Like I remember every detail, every little detail,
I'm getting goosebumps. Yes,
every
yes.
detail. I was
Mm-hmm,
12,
mm-hmm,
and that's like
mm-hmm.
nearly 40 years ago, like 40 odd years ago.
Yes.
And it seemed like yesterday. So you figure out what the hell is time? What is
You're
time?
so right. I know. I was listening to a video and they were talking about Kingston, Jamaica, Walton Park Road and Burley Road and half a
That's where
tree,
my
apple
mother
tree.
grew up. I think she grew up at Walton
And
Park Road, I
oh
think.
my gosh. And even Independence City. I'm thinking about places
Mm,
where and I'm thinking to myself,
Portmore.
Portmore.
Yes.
Do you want to hear something really crazy?
What?
I never knew Independence City was in Portmore until about a year and a half ago.
Get
Think
out
about
of
it. I spent
here.
most of my time in Montego Bay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I always frequent Jamaica, I never ever went back to, I've always just been hearing Independent City. So I was talking about my childhood. And the person is saying Portmore. I said, what Portmore? Isn't this ridiculous? Oh my God. After I felt, wow, how many years later, fast tracking from age 5 to now, I am just realizing that this is about history. This is
Mm-hmm.
about my life. This is
Mm-hmm.
about what I have been taught. And as a child, all you kept hearing, and you know where you stay at Independent City. So here I am talking about it, and someone, yeah, man, at Portmore. Oh, I was feeling a little embarrassed, but it's not my
No,
fault.
I'm embarrassed. You never, if you don't know, you don't know. What you talk about embarrassed?
And that's
Listen, I grew up in Mountain Terrace, near
mhm,
Mountain View. So where I live, it's a gated community, right? And then all of a sudden, all of a sudden them build a housing scheme across from where I live called
mhm,
Nannyville. So
mhm,
watch this
mhm.
now. So Nannyville is one political area, and behind me there is Warwick Hill, another political area, and then we have us in at the middle. That's not politically joined anything. But the crazy thing about it is Nannyville knows and Warwick Hill knows, and they would
Yeah.
never include us in their war. I remember one election year we were there. I think I was like 10 years old. We're standing up outside, all the women and children playing, because that kind of community. And gunman stop run past me. And
Wow.
one of them turned and said, "You guys all right? No, no, nothing to worry about."
Just like that.
Just like that. Just like that.
Wow. Wow.
It's just like, you grew up in Jamaica. And then I went to Waterford when my mom migrated to Canada. We went to
Yeah.
Waterford and stayed at Waterford like 2 years, 2 years, turn a little bit, which is part of Portmore.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
Independence City there long before Waterford. Waterford. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But to say
Yes.
all of that is to say is like we just grew up, yesterday we remember that we were at this age, and now we're at this age, and we're still feeling like, wow. The only thing we probably can do is go down and come back up, but
I know. You said
because of the
that, and
knees.
you said that, and my cousin who I grew up with, oh my goodness, we were talking about Donna this morning. This is absolutely crazy. Oh my God, my cousin Donna, she posted on Facebook about Aunt Lynn. She was her mom. She was writing that it's been 47 years since her mom passed. She was an amazing school teacher. I
Hmm.
remember because I was around 10 years
Hmm.
old when she passed, and she posted it.
Hmm.
And we're talking here about Independence City because that's where her house was, coming to think of it. And when you really think how much, and that's what I think brought me back, what I was saying in the beginning,
Hmm.
it brought me back as the child, that I could just see myself there. I'm a castle mango tree. Jeez, if I think
Mm.
I had East Indian mango.
In
Jeez,
Independence
Keith.
City,
Oh, a what? Oh yes,
I didn't
black
know they
mango.
had
I want
all them
some
things.
big,
That's what
big
Independence City had
mango.
all that
Yeah,
property.
as a what? We had the mango tree. We probably had other trees too, but we remember the mango tree. My God,
Mm.
it was so sweet. Me I see the big fat Julie mango just a hang there, really a call to me. But when me see the little lizard, me sometimes would I just run.
Liquor,
Run.
liquor.
What?
You mean them look
What?
big? Them look like a friggin'
Yeah.
dinosaur.
What? This time, let me tell you something. It seemed like I from maybe birth, me start love manga, Me tell you,
Mm.
mango is like, why? Maybe not enough people
Girl,
can relate. Oh my
We
God.
won't talk about the mango. But anyways,
No, yeah.
that's for another time, lady
Oh
audience.
yeah.
Another time we'll tell you about Natalia and her
All
mangoes.
right. My mouth just a drool right now, but it's all right. You're right.
Oh my God. Listen, our
Mhm,
childhood. But Natalia, I always tell you that I didn't remember a lot of my childhood, but the things that I do remember
mhm,
it just makes my heart beam.
mhm,
My dad is from Gardentown. And I
mhm,
remember one year in Gardentown, pure mangoes. Mangoes galore. I remember one
mhm.
year one of my uncles, can't remember who it was, but one of our uncles said that we're going mango picking at mango bush, girl, and
Oh
everybody
yes.
are pick mango. So
Oh gosh,
little
yes.
Dane to me said, you know what? I want a particular mango, but it was all the way up in the tree. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
carrot mango. It was a small mango, it's sweet, like oh my gosh.
Mm.
So I'm climb up nice, but could I come down? Girl, I could not come down.
Mm.
And guess what happened?
What happened?
I drop out to the tree and scrape up my whole friggin' back. That was the end of
Wow.
me climbing. I mean, climbing
Oh,
trees, that is.
yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh my
That was it
God.
for me. That was it. And I said to myself, you know
Oh.
what, Donna, just be you. Just be
Mm-hmm.
just your little feminine self. It's okay. It's not everybody is supposed to do something. And there's little lessons that you learn along the way.
Mm-hmm.
I am not
Mm-hmm.
a I'm not a tree climber. I'm not going to be a tree climber. It's okay.
Right,
Not because
right. Yeah.
everybody's doing it, I mean, some to do it too. And
I
I've
agree.
never climbed a tree ever again. Tree.
Wow.
Never
Yeah.
again.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? I will mess up my scratch up my whole of my friggin' back just because
Wow.
I wanted that one particular mango. And my cousins, my uncle them said, Donna, we have wolf mango. I said, look, oh, that one pretty. I wanted that one. And said, well, if you want it, you have to go get it. Because they couldn't
Yeah.
get it with a stick. So, you can't get it. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
athletic, girl.
Mm-hmm.
That was the end of that. That was
You
the
had
end of that.
scars. You had the scars to prove
I
it.
had the
Memories.
scars to listen to me. Oh my God. And now here we are, this beautiful feminine energy, just
Mm.
guani
Yes.
guani.
What?
Was reading something the other day. Actually, I think you were the one who sent it to me, Natanya. You
Yeah.
remember you were talking about this lady was talking about women who was going through menopause and she's acting as if when women they were dead. I think you're the one that
Yeah.
sent it to me and I listened to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very upset that she's teaching the wrong lessons and telling women
Ah.
who's premenopausal and menopausal and growing older. I was really upset. I couldn't even
Mm-hmm.
finish watching it,
Mm-hmm.
but I watch it and I had to release my heart and my thoughts, because if I could just pick up the phone and say, "Be shut up, shut up."
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm not saying
I remember.
women don't go through certain things.
Mhm.
You know
Mhm.
what I mean? But again, it all
Yeah.
goes back to how you're feeding your soul.
That's right. That's right.
And then she's feeding these people's women's soul the negative energy, and they're going to hold on to it.
Hold
Because
on.
remember, too, Natana, think about this. When people tell you, say, when we're younger, when you reach 40, you're old.
Mhm.
And what start
Mhm.
happening?
You wash up.
All right, then. So if you're supposed to be diabetic, you're supposed to have arthritis. You're not
Mhm.
supposed to have. You can't find a loving relationship. You know what I mean? Nothing. And
Mhm.
that was the kind of energy that she was put into these women. And I wanted to
Mhm.
punch her, like literally punch her. But I had to digress and said, you know,
Mhm.
it's okay. She has her journey, and we have our journey to teach
Exactly.
women, not because you reach a certain age that means you're dead.
Mhm.
Life is just beginning.
Yeah. Mhm.
You know?
Mhm. Words are spirit.
Oh, girl.
Okay. They are. I remember what them say, words can't hurt you or something,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah.
But it does.
It's not true. It
No.
seeps your DNA. Because I remember even when I was growing up and I went to the doctor, my mom took me to the doctor and when I started going by myself. And one day the doctor says, oh, when you get to 35, 40 or something like that, you're going to be like your mom or something like that. Everybody gets, diabetes, this, that. I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, I've seen everyone use insulin around me. So afraid of needle. I'm afraid of needle like there's no tomorrow. And I'm like, that is not going to happen to me.
Not
And
true.
I thought, but just imagine I took that approach
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen it where so many people have all these elements, going up in age. And I say
Mm-hmm.
to myself, that's not going to happen. And one of the reasons is I basically shifted the paradigm. I shifted it. And by just
Teach.
shifting it, look what
Teach.
happened. If I had stayed in that thought process, he would be right.
It's true though. Just like what you said. Words. Cause people hold on to that word.
Yes.
Them hold on to it, my girl. And
You're
you
so
saying
happy
that's not
for
happening
yourself.
to you. Yeah.
Oh, but you know what?
Mm-mm.
I wish me did that for almost everything, because,
But you know what? We'll forget.
but
But
we
sometimes we'll
forget.
forget.
We forget.
But as long as we
We
come back.
come back.
Yeah.
So just imagine how many of us hold on to these words and it becomes a reality and becomes your truth. Many of us, and we can
Whole heap,
relate,
whole heap away. Whole
uh,
heap of us.
and just the simple little things. That's why I really, truly, truly believe we have to be gentle with ourselves.
Girl, you know those are my words. Be gentle with yourself. Those are
Yes,
my words.
gentle with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because when
Mm-hmm.
we realize we're taking on our parents, or say our mothers, because I'm referring to them, I'm not leaving our beautiful
Of course,
fathers out,
no, we're not
but
leaving.
never. But you do that, and then you think about your grandmother and your great grandmother and the generation after
And the
generation.
generations and the
So
generation. Yeah.
generational curse. Now that we're parents and grandparents and so on and so forth, what are we going to paint on our canvas? And what are we going to take grab that paintbrush, you hear me? And
Mm-hmm.
wipe and wipe out
And
and
recreate.
recreate.
Mm-hmm.
We
Write your story.
do that
Stop it
right
in the middle. Cut that
up,
chain.
mash
Cut
it
it
up.
to Ross. And
Right.
start, yeah, to Ross.
Right. You're so funny. I love it. Isn't it?
To Ross, backside.
I love that. Taras. Let's all say
Oh,
it.
to Ross.
Taras.
Let's start over. To Ross. Oh
Oh
my God.
my
Oh my God. Listen,
God.
yeah, we are kind of quirky. As much as we can be serious when we can, but
Mhm.
listen, life is what you make it.
It is.
And Natanya, I really love what you just said, that we have to recreate and repaint the canvas, and we have to.
Yeah,
What
we
people tell
do.
us a lot of times to make us feel bad. That's not it. That's one of the things that I despise about even these doctors too, telling
Mhm.
people, oh, you have 3 weeks to live. Like, screw you.
Exactly.
How dare you?
Exactly.
How dare you? How dare
Exactly.
you?
We need to just stop that.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
You
I
know, it's
completely
because, as you
agree.
said, words are curses,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you
It
know?
truly is. It truly is. I agree.
But honestly, Natanya,
Mm.
we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah, that time again.
It's just
Oh
that
my
time again.
gosh.
Honestly,
But
I believe that we need to have another episode about growing older graceful, because I really want to touch on the topic
mhm,
of women over 45 or 40
mm,
and up, or their
mhm.
second wind after life, after divorce with children, that there is a life after divorce. There's a
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
after 40. There's a life. And it even gets
Whether,
better and
yeah,
sweeter, to be honest, when you're
yeah,
conscious.
that's right. Yeah, whether it's through divorce, whether it's to a loss,
Anything,
of
any
a
kind of
loved
loss,
one, it doesn't matter
anything.
because we all go through so many different
Yeah.
experiences.
Yeah, there
So,
is. Yes.
yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
And speak for yourself.
We
And
have to
speak
have
for yourself, Donna, but we're going to talk about over 40 or over 45. How can you speak about something? I thought you were or over 45. I thought you were under, but my goodness, did I miss something? Did I miss out on something? Oh, girl, drink some water now. Here, drink some water. Yeah, drink some. Come, drink, drink.
Oh,
Oh my
life is
gosh.
great. Life is great. Life is
Uh,
great. So,
I
everyone, again, thank you for joining Donna and Nat on Timeless Moment. Until next time.